Hello, we're back at Africa Down Under again. Today I'm joined by Errol Smart, Managing Director of Orion Minerals. Errol, thanks for coming in.
Hi Tom, how are you doing?
Very well. Starting to get a bit tired at the end of Africa Down Under now. Errol, it's been some great news and developments lately for Orion and your Priska project in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, after a real tough couple of years, since you get to the finish line, you've been able to close some funding for the project, and it looks like you're ready for development. Is that true?
Yeah, we've had a really great year. We've put together a really nice funding package, a combination of a new cornerstone equity investor, Clover Holdings, that came in, and they just love what we're busy doing, and they really want to be supportive and take us forward. So there's a good lick of equity coming from them. The first 6.5 million is in, and they've got options that are in the money at the moment and well in the money to put in another 30 million Aussie dollars. Existing old shareholders followed their rights and matched them. So that's $72 million of equity financing lined up. We put together a royalty and a streaming finance from Triple Flag, Canadian royalty company, and the Industrial Development Corporation of South Africa put in $22 million of a convertible note into the project. So they want to become equity holders in the project. So at last, we've got this project financed to the point that we can actually build the mine, and we're going to start trial mining in the next couple of weeks.
That is really exciting, and also, I mean, it's a project that has had a history, so how quickly can you move back into first trial mining and then full production?
The machines are arriving on site now. Speaking to the manager last night, he was telling me he expected the first blast before the end of the month. We'll be trial mining for a 6-month period and doing some bulk metallurgical trials before finally committing to the exact design of the processing plant. And we're working with some really good build and operate transfer engineering groups that are looking at putting in a plant, and they claim that they can get the first module in the plant and operational and in production within 7 months. So I'm hoping next year, this time, we're actually starting to see first production.
That's tremendous news. South Africa has obviously had its challenges down the years, particularly for junior miners, and community and social engagement and environmental challenges are a big part of that. But Orion's received a fair bit of recognition really lately, haven't you, for the programs you've been doing?
Yeah, look, it is difficult. South Africa is impoverished, let's face it. There's massive unemployment rates. People are frustrated. People get angry when they're hungry. And around election periods, there's always a heightened sensitivity anywhere in the third world. We've had a long-term program trying to engage with the community and get people to understand mining and understand the value cycle and understand that it doesn't happen immediately. It is a long-term game. There's a lot of capital to be spent before you start having revenue and then rewards returning to the community. But the rewards start early. It's through actually employment, our investment in community, things like water treatment projects and all of that kind of thing is important. But it's creating jobs and creating business opportunities for the community. So we've come up with a framework that we're working on the community and an understanding that over a period of time it will happen. You know, we're looking at an agricultural community where there's no mining. So we've got to turn them into mining skilled people. And the first 20 trainees have gone off to a training centre to be trained up as technicians and operators. So it's all starting to happen now.
It's all starting to happen in South Africa also. We've heard this week from the Minister's Special Advisor that the country has reset its exploration plans. I know you've worked really hard in your role with the Minerals Council on that. Do you feel that we're at the start of a new dawn for South African mining and particularly exploration?
Look, it certainly feels that way to me. There's now a very frank and very honest engagement with the regulator, with the department. Very sad that the minister wasn't here himself this year. We would have really thought that he would turn up to make the announcement himself that the mining cadastre had finally been awarded. That was the big announcement yesterday, which took us a little bit by surprise, and I'm astounded that journalists haven't picked up on that. I don't think people understand how important that is for the industry in South Africa. So we are really, really pleased, and the department did confirm it yesterday at the lunch that we were having, that is exactly what has happened. The cadastre has been awarded and the implementation has begun. So it's really the best news that the South African mining industry could want. So I'm thrilled. It seems to be going in the right direction.
It certainly does, and hopefully, as you say, next year we can see a bigger South African contingent here, and there may even be a few fellow ASX listed companies joining you here. Errol, thanks for joining us today. Good luck for the rest of the conference, and we'll catch up soon.
Thanks.